marks 1 year since the Taliban seized control of Kabul, reinstating severe restrictions on media freedom and women's rights and sending Afghanistan into crisis. Since then, more than 200,000 Afghans have sought humanitarian protection in Australia, but almost half of them are still waiting to hear whether they'll be granted a visa. They include interpreters who worked with the Australian military and embassy and their families, stuck in hiding at risk of being targeted by the Taliban.
Well, Glenn Kolomeitz is a former Australian Army officer and lawyer helping Afghans with visa applications, and he joins us now. Glenn, tomorrow is 1 year since Kabul fell to the Taliban. Why is it taking so long to get these people out?
Mate, before the election, we got 3,500 of our Afghan colleagues, including their families, out because they were triaged ahead of other general applicants, Afghan applicants. Since the election, we've got zero visas, because I suspect they're being triaged. They're not being triaged. They're being included with the 200,000 other applicants, which are backlogged to September last year. So big departmental delays because I believe that they're no longer being given any priority, having worked for us in Afghanistan.
Well, for those interpreters and embassy staff who worked in Afghanistan with us, how much danger are they in now?
All of our clients are moving from safe house to safe house. They're all in danger. In the last week, we had one of our former embassy guards abducted and we believe killed. That's the reality. And the wife of one of our very senior Afghans died in the last couple of months. So look, they are in danger. We know they're being hunted. They're still receiving these night letters, these threat letters from the Taliban, and the threat is very real. Hence, we're becoming quite desperate, to be honest, to get our colleagues out.
Is it possible that the worst fears about what the reality would be with the Taliban in charge haven't been borne out?
Look, I tried to give the Taliban the benefit of the doubt early on, but the fact that our people are being hunted and, as I say, abducted, and what we're seeing and we're hearing from our people firsthand, the way women are being treated again. Look, I think the bad old Taliban have certainly resurfaced to even, albeit a newer generation of Taliban. So look, I suspect there's more to come. I don't think that the leopard has changed its spots, so to speak.
Something obviously needs to be done differently, but what can the Australian government do to get through the backlog faster? Well, look,
the backlog is enormous, and about a year ago, my organisation offered to assist, to get in there and help with the processing of applicants, particularly for our locally engaged employees, our Afghan colleagues. But I've also had former Army officers and former Federal Police officers contact me saying they would offer a day or two a week to immigration to help process this stuff. So, there are opportunities there to help speed up this process, but the government should be triaging the people who work for us and are therefore at risk ahead of the 200,000 other applications. They promised that, both government and opposition promised that, and it's their moral duty to do that. That would expedite our people in getting visas and getting evacuated.
Glenn, do you think a decision has been taken not to prioritise these people by the Australian government, or is it more nuanced than that? This is a mistake, or they simply are not on top of the paperwork?
Look, if I'm given a choice of conspiracy or incompetence, I generally go towards incompetence. I just think it's the system's failing again. We had a Senate inquiry into this, and we identified, and I gave evidence of that, and we identified a lot of these problems, and they were fixed back then. But I suspect the departments have reverted back to some pretty sloppy habits, and hence we're not getting any visas for our people. The ministers can step in, and Penny Wong's office have been amazingly helpful, and they're trying to help us right now. But we need the three relevant ministers to step in and just make this happen. We've done all the work for them. All they need to do is process the data we have and grant the visas.
Glenn Kolomeitz, thanks for your time tonight.
Thanks, guys.